Following HGR MMS Little Dog Big Dog series comes to you live from Echo Park Speedway. Gen 4 is in action tonight. And right now, Jared Hayes, Corey Wright, Sean Wiggins, Brock Westmoreland, and Nash Brambilla, your top 5 in practice. Right now, trying to find a little bit of action golf in the helicopter cam. Kevin Woodley on track right now, 7th quickest. As practice concludes, and qualifying on tap next. Of course, group qualifying. So you get 10 minutes to post a lap. The more draft you're in when you post your qualifying lap, the better off you are. Elite Ray's in the field tonight. Of course, just mentioned Brock Westmoreland, the McCulloughs. Ethan Eckert's in the field, Sean Wiggins, Michael Wingo. Some drivers already rolling off. Can't get a word with it. We're Landon Velick here. Landon Velick, Gary Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy? Try this one more time. Landon Velick, Gary Jenkins.
Whoa. Yeah, sorry, I had my headset off.
Oh, you're good. I wonder what happened here. Well, buddy, here's your bread and butter tonight. Coming off of a win last Saturday here in the Midnight Racing League. Can you give us any insight on how you think these cars are going to react to this type of racetrack?
I have no idea. I've never raced this here before. I guess we're just going to find out. I assume it's going to be along the same lines as everything else, but I mean, I don't know. You never really know. So I guess we'll just find out as we go.
As far as the car goes, the 62 got what it takes to get back to victory lane tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully, at least I got me, Chris, and Danny. We've had some rough runs recently as a team, and no better time than coming to Atlanta than to try and lock us into the championship. That'd be really nice. Danny's not here tonight though. He had to miss it for something, but so we have Jambroni subbing in. So definitely looking forward to that. Me and him are good buddies, so it's gonna be fun racing with him, and maybe me and Chris and Josh can make something happen.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Look forward to see how it turns out. And we'll see if Landon Velick can get yet another Atlanta win.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Right now, Brock Westmoreland goes top of the board. Steve Sizemore running tonight as well. Just got done coming off of a 4th place run at HGR right now. Larry McDonald slides into 6th. Right now, Jeff Murray slides into 4th. Joshua McCullough on track now. Of course, no draft partner, so we're going to see how Hill pair without a drive right now. Davenport and Gerboni goes 5th and 6. Right now, Brambilla, 6th quickest. McCullough will actually slide in to 12th. You can't find a little bit more action here. Michael Wingo rolling out on track. Nathan Harper brings back the Bojangles tonight with just under 6 minutes remaining in qualifying. Let's see if we can't get a driver that's posted a lap so far tonight. Can't get Nash Brambilla in here. Nash Brambilla, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast, but you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, what's up? Who you got?
Did I say your last name wrong?
No, sorry, I just couldn't hear you, man. What's up?
Not a whole lot. Wanted some insight from a couple drivers. Just talked to Landon Velicky. Normally this track's his bread and butter, but he's walking into the great unknown, as there's a lot of drivers that want to ask for your perspective right now. 6th on the board with 4.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Can you give us any insights on how these cars are reacting right now to the track being 78 degrees? How do they feel going into the corner, and what could we possibly expect tonight?
Yeah, a little bit of the unknown with the Gen 4 car being pretty new. To me, they don't suck up very good to the car in front of you, so you're kind of just running, and it'll be interesting to see how it runs with a bunch of cars on the track, but it'll get a little tight. It'll get a little hairy at times. You'll just have to kind of save your tires and be there at the end and make some good green flag pit stops.
Well, buddy, as far as tonight, what does the 23 have in store for tonight? Do you feel like the car's good enough to get to the front, try to win this thing?
Yeah, the 23 feels pretty good tonight. I think we're going to just try to be there at the end. It's going to be chaotic, but just got to nail the green flag stops, and I feel like I can drive up there and take the checkered flag.
All right, buddy, best of luck to you. I'll let you focus back in on qualifying. Best of luck to you tonight.
Yep, appreciate it.
Right now, John Ward still holds the fastest lap by 1/1000th of a second. See Malik Ray getting passed by Brambilla and Jeff Merck. Right now, Ray 8th quickest. Brambilla up to 2nd, Merck up to 1st. So John Ward knocked off at the front row for the moment. Well, let's look at Malik Ray's onboard and see exactly how he's tackling this track. Right now, he can do it pretty wide open. When he gets in the draft, that'll be the big thing here. The great unknown, this could be a great car and track combo, or it could be a nightmare. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Malik Ray, top of the board with a 30.426. Take one more lap here, just really see how the corners work. Right there, car seems like it does kind of want to push up the track just a little bit. Not really affecting Ray's lap time. 3 wide across the line. Jeff Merck, top of the board with a minute and a half to go. Ray back to the top. going to be interesting to see. Well, right now, top 10 as they run. Malik Ray, Jeff Merritt, Nash Brambilla, John Ward, Brock Westmoreland, Sean Wiggins, Corey Wright, Mike Davenport, Stephen Miles, and Josh Jabroni. The top 10, and yeah, that's a nickname he likes to be called, so I know I'm pronouncing that name wrong, but still was alright to call him Jabroni, so we're going to roll with it. On down through the field, Larry McDonald, Michael Wingo, Ethan Eckert, Steve Sizemore, Nathan Harper, Joshua McCullough, Steve Sizemore, or Sean Corbett. The 17 drivers who have posted a lap. And qualifying is going to conclude. Or really, this will be the last chance for any driver that's already on a lap. They're trying to make something happen. Time has expired. So, Brambilla, Larry McDonald, Corey Wright. Wright's going to try to improve his lap. He will not. Of course, Michael Wingo now. Wingo not enough either to improve. It gives the drivers in this type of qualifying, it gives the drivers a little bit of time if you're already on a lap to go ahead and complete it. But Malik Ray on pole for tonight. Jeff Merck second. Brambilla third. Ward fourth. Brock Westmoreland will round out the top 5. We can get my loot Ray in here. Malik Ray, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a quick copy, buddy? Try that one more time. Malik Ray, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy? All right. Alright, so Malik Ray not able for an interview at the moment. That being said, 40 seconds for the drivers to grid. We'll go ahead and roll through the starting grid for tonight. So Malik Ray on pole, Jeff Mert, Nash Brambilla, second and third, John Ward, Brock Westmoreland, fourth and fifth, Sean Wiggins, Corey Wright, Mike Davenport, Stephen Miles, Josh Draboni, Larry McDonald, Michael Wingo, your fast 12 for tonight. On down through the field. Ethan Eckert, Steve Sizemore, Nathan Harper, Josh McCullough, Sean Corbett, Daniel Fulkingham, Landon Velicky, Keller Wynn, I should say, Jared Hayes, Matthew Lee, Richard Elliott, Christopher McCullough. The top 24. And of course, 29 cars on deck for tonight, followed by Kevin McCullough, Cameron Craighead, James Warren, Kevin Woody, and Mike Vondell. Of course, James Warren actually not a part of this as race control, so he'll actually be 28 cars tonight. Normally I try to squeeze in an extra interview, but being this track, mile and a half, by the time I got somebody good and talking, we'd be going green. So that means that no extra interviews, just straight to the race. It'll be the great unknown for tonight. Nobody knows how this car is going to react to this track. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what this will do in the draft. They don't know how it will affect tires. Definitely going to be probably a tire saving game. But for the first time ever in MMS, Gen 4s at New Atlanta, or Echo Park Speedway, whatever you want to call it. Elite Ray, Jeff Burke will bring him down to the restart zone. Pace car is in. And we're rolling. The late Ray right now leads a single file freight train on the bottom at the line. Ray will lead lap 1. Right now single file out for the most part. Down the back straightaway now. Couple of drivers lined up. Right now, Brent Bella looked to the outside, thought better of it. Bert's going to try to take a peek at the bottom. Ray's going to hold him off. You're right on board with Elite Ray again. Now back straight away. So far so good. Doesn't seem like no kind of to add on to what Brand Billa said. The car's going to have a hard time sucking up to the back end of another car. Going back to the field. Daniel Falkenham right now running in 16th. Oh, contact! Hang on. 77 into the wall. He saves it. Hell of a save. Josh Traboni now. Caution is out. I had to say something. But Woody's slowing the apron. McCullough's slowing the apron. Christopher McCullough. No, don't even have a wheel. It's what you call a three-wheeler now. Massive damage to McCullough. The whole spindle and hub's completely gone off that car. All right. Under caution for the first time tonight on lap 4. Let's see what happened. Backing up a little bit because obviously we're too far here. Okay, so something's actually going to happen up further ahead with Kenneth or somebody. Let's see what Kenneth McCullough saw. I can fast forward a little bit down the back straightaway. All right, there, a bit of a checkup effect. McCullough gets into the back of the 18 of Woody. Almost like there's a bit of net code. Go to we cannot get it on board with Christopher McCullough through this. Right there, one car comes down, there ain't no net code. But really, whichever car dropped down on the apron abruptly really caused them to get stacked up. Right on board with Kevin Woodley through this. Well, I'm sure he ain't gonna be too happy. The 18th one. Maybe not the 18th for say, but a different car regardless for Kevin Woody. He's able to keep going, that's a good thing. Well, Malik Ray, still your leader, he'll take the outside here. Some drivers are elected to come to pit road. All drivers actually elected to come to pit road. So to rewrite the field before they go back to green, Malik Ray, Jeff Murray, first and second. Brock Westmoreland and Nash Brambilla, third and fourth. Corey Wright, Stephen Miles, fifth and sixth. John Ward, Mike Davenport, seven and eight. Ethan Eckert and Tyler Wynn, ninth and 10th for the top 10. All right. Ray and Merck bring us down. We're rolling again. Right now, Merck's going to look to the bottom of Malik Ray for the lead. Ray will lead it, but Merck to the point. Brambilla right behind him. You see Malik Ray's going to be stuck on the outside. Lane's going to be side by side with Brock Westmoreland as they thunder down the back straightaway again. But right now, Landon Velikey in that number 90, in that number 62. Well, it was actually the 92. It is the 92 for Velikey tonight. Going to show two different numbers. Right now, Velikey up 10 spots from where he started, as is Jared Haynes. Right now, Kevin, Willie, Mark Vondale, Woody, even though he was involved in that first incident, up 12 spots from where he started tonight. So drivers already on the move early. Oh! Hard into the wall. Well, one car absolutely destroyed the wall. Caution is out. Mark Vondale is involved in this. Vondale's involved. Michael Wingo's gotten a piece of it. Josh Jabroni slowing the apron. There was one car took a hard shot. I believe it was Sean Wiggins. Indeed it was. Massive shot to the outside wall. All right, let's look back and see what happened. Unsure what happened there. Car just did not want to turn through the trail. It was going to come off the wall. Vondale's going to get the wall behind him. Blondell's going to impact the wall. Come down the track. Colette Wingo, Nathan Harper gets a piece. Everybody is involved in this one. Man, oh man. Let's ride on board with Mark Vondell. Try to fast forward a little bit here. Right there, you're going to see he's going to come off the wall. From there, I don't know if Vondell knew where to go. Try to get around him. Ended up hitting the wall, probably broke the steering in the car, let him come back down, but man. Not when anybody wanted to see this early. From Michael Wingo's on board. And nothing he can do. Get one more look here before we go back live, because I'm pretty sure they're approaching the one to go. Be on board with Nathan Harper through this. Really not a lot you can do in Harper. Still on pit road, now rolling, trying to get most of that damage fixed. Still damage to the rear of that car. Don't know how much that's going to affect the 20. But Jeff Merck and Nash Brambilla, your top two. Brought Westmoreland, John Ward, third and fourth. Landon Velicum, Elite Ray, fifth and sixth. Michael Wingo went ahead, took his fast repair, and got back out. Well, no, he did not. Wingo still damaged against the outside wall. He's going to take the EOL. Downward Corey Wright and Ethan Eckert up 7 and 8. Mike Davenport and Stephen Miles, your top 10. Already 14 laps into this event. 2 cautions start, 91 to go. I think now the plan is try to settle in, get some green flag runs. Alright, Markin Brambilla brings them down to the restart zone. We're rolling again. Jeff Merck out with a strong lead. Unfortunately, it's going to be a sitting duck. Here comes Westmoreland with a push from Landon Velicum. They're going to stay in line for the moment. I say that, Velicum to the outside. Right on board with Landon Velicum. Not really being able to seem like to make a lot of ground on the outside lane, so perhaps the bottom is the way to go here. Have to wait and see unless you get a run down the back straightaway. Right now, Velicum's got it still side by side with Malik Reyes to enter turn 3. Get a look at a Ford Taurus of Brambilla now pushing Velicum. Wants to be easy. swiping the bumper like that. Can very easily get these cars turned around, but right now, Jeff Mark and Brock Westmoreland out front. Michael Wingo will bring his car to pit road, so the night for the 25 appears to be over prematurely, as Merck still continues to lead. Right now, Velke's worked up next to Westmoreland. Here comes Velke with a push. Corey Wright's worked himself up into position here with John Ward. 86 to go, be 85 when they get back to the start-finish line. Still a long way to go in this race. Still plenty of time. Right now, Velke will get the lead this time, entering turn 1. Well, Jeff Mertz led 11 laps tonight. Malik Ray has led 1. And now Landon Velke has his main 2 drivers to lead a lap tonight. But here comes Mert back down to the bottom. Brandon Billett doing everything he can to push that 92 out front, as the bottom lane kind of got separated for a minute. It's going to allow Velke and Brandon Billett to drop to the bottom. No surprise, see Landon Velke out front at Atlanta or Echo Park Speedway, whatever you want to call it still. I think so is per calling it Atlanta. Right now, 2 by 2 by 2 for about 6-7 rows deep. Merck will lead that lap. Down back straightaway. Velke will get swallowed up. Merck back to the lead. Here comes Malik Ray trying to lead a little bit more, with Corey Wright right behind him. Meanwhile, on back through the field, we'll take a break real quick. Go for Nathan Harper right now, running actually 20th at the moment. Harper trying to recover after that first incident. Mark Vondale's actually lost the draft. Him and the McCulloughs hooked up. Jared Hayes running in 13th spot at number 7. Kind of bouncing around, finding drivers to talk about. Talk about them 3 drivers right now. Hayes up 8 spots from where he started. Harper down 4. And Mark Vondale actually up 3 from where he started this race in the back. We'll focus back in up at the front for right now. Well, Merck and Malik Ray continue to try to lead this field at the line. Give it to Ray barely outside with a great run. Now we're starting to see the outside lane maybe starting to pick up a little bit of more dominance over the bottom, but still right now evenly matched in my opinion. .79 to go. You see the lights starting to come on over the Echo Park Speedway. So this race will transition from sunset to evening. both lanes really seem to be somewhat evenly matched. I mean, you got Merck on the bottom lane, really can seem to hold it. On the bottom through the entry, Malik Ray kind of gets a run off of the top side of the racetrack. You'll see right here, Ray will just allow him to barely lead at the line. I think really to make these lanes work, you got a bunt draft as Ray able to get clear and drops down to the bottom. I'll tell you one driver, and I've got him confused with Corey Wright. It's my mistake, but that would be Kyler Wynn. Worked himself up, now lean the outside lane, and can Kyler try to lead a little bit tonight? We'll have to wait and see. 75 to go when they hit the start-finish line next time by. John Ward also up in the mix as well in that 92. Right on board with Ward. Right now, I think a lot of these drivers are just riding at the moment. Ward running in 6th at the moment. But as the plan right now, Ward trying to figure out how you can push with these cars. See a bump to the back of the 7. Kyler up 19 spots before he started this race, and now he leads at Echo Park Speedway. Malik Ray in tow, side by side for third on back between Burke and Ethan, Billicky and Ward. Right now, a little bit of single filed out throughout the top 5, all the way back to John Ward. Right now, really ain't really no point in really trying to push right now. A long way to go. Ain't your typical 50 laps that ain't no Daytona Talladega 50 lap run. 104 long laps. Right now you're right on board with Kyler. Well, Ray with a massive run off of 4. Gonna get to 4 a bump. Right now you're gonna put Sean Wiggins 2 laps down. Not the night that the 51 wanted, obviously, but still plenty of time to get both them laps back. Right now, single filed out. I think now this is fuel saving mode. Right now you look at Mike Davenport out running in the top 10 and several other drivers as well. Well, Steve Sizemore is on pit road in the Budweiser number 11. Alright, pit stop time. Well, Ren, Ray, Merck, a little bit of a checkup. They keep it straight for a moment. Well, right now, Landon Velicky will stay out. Or as I say that, here they come. Of course, pit road, very unique in its own right. You enter at turn 3 instead of traditional coming off of 4. Corey Wright and Mike Davenport stay out this time, and here they come. Of course, prime example by how these drivers enter. You cannot go above that white line. If you do, you'll be penalized. Whether Mike Davenport will be penalized remains to be seen. Well, right now, as it stands, Falkenham and Velicky, right now, your leaders. And they will take over the lead. But here comes Ray, Kyler, Jeff Merck, and others. Okay, well, we got through the first running green flag pit stop, 65 to go. Right now, Elite Ray back to the front. Right now, Falkenham and Velicky trying to make that outside lane work right now. But right now, 2 against 4, not really going to happen. Landon will jump down to the bottom of the racetrack. On back through the field. There you got Josh Ramoni and Brock Westmoreland right now just kind of riding by themselves. And then you got Ward, Brambella, and Stephen Miles. That is 9th through 11th. Keep on going down through the field. Nathan Harper right now by himself. See damage still to that 20 from the earlier incident. All back through here. This will actually be 13th through 17th with Jared Hayes, Corey Wright, Mike Davenport, and Kevin Woody. course, right now you'll find McCullough and Matthew Lee right behind them. Joshua McCullough, Sean Corbett, Kenneth McCullough, 19th, 21st, Richard Elliott, Larry McDonald, Steve Sizemore, and Mark Von Dell. Still on the lead lap. That is 22nd and 25th there. Your last cars on the lead lap. Well, they have actually picked, well, this group has actually picked up Cameron Craig here right now in the free pass spot. 1 lap down. Sean Wiggins, Michael Wingo, both 3 down with 58 to go. Right now, the elite race still leads over Jeff Murray, Kyler Wren, Ethan Eckert, Daniel Fogelhan, Landon Velicky. The top 6, Brock Westmoreland, John Ward. Right now, all trying to get on the move. Because right now, it's the top 6 breakaways. See Michael Wingo going 4 down now. Of course, not the night that Michael Wingo wanted. Really, Green Flag pit stops really shaked up a lot of things. You look back at the second group of cars right now, 5 on 5. See how easy it is for them to really catch up. Right now, hundredths of a second slower. Right now, you see, we look at Westmoreland's time. They're actually, well, no, Velicky's actually a little bit faster. This will be the top 6 in front. Velicky being the last car in that lead pack up front. Survey says this time. Okay, so a tenth slower. So right now, the way I look at it, as long as this group can stay in line, not doing stuff like that right there out of Seth and Miles ducking out of line, they should be able to catch this elite group. But still a long way to go. 53 to be precise. Right now, really not much to change other than just sit here and watch the top 6 as they run. We will go through our biggest movers of the race again, of course. Kyler Wynn up 17 spots from where he started. A tie for second between Falkenham, Velicky, and Woodley. All 3 are up 13 spots where they started. A tie for third between Ethan Eckert and Jared Haynes for 9 spots for where they started. They are your biggest movers in the race so far. The lead Ray and Jeff Merck started first and second. Right now running first and second. Well, right now, you gotta look now at Jared Hayes, Corey Wright. They're about 12 seconds actually behind this lead group right now. So really, right now, 47 to go. Well, caution right now will stack them all up. Gotta look at the pit strategy length for a second. Well, the field went 25, 26 laps. The first go around under green flag. Right now, we're approaching that window again, so perhaps we're going to be seeing another round of green flag pit stops. We'll have to wait and see. Well, here comes Ray, Mert, Ren, and Ethan. So we do know now that anywhere from 20 to 26 is when the pit window opens with 44 to go. There still should be another stop. Well, this will be the first group in. Falkenham, Veliky, Brock Westmoreland, Ward, Brambilla, Stephen Miles, Josh Straboni's all still to come in along with the rest of the field. Here comes Ray, Elliott, Veliky. Well, then here comes the other group. Westmoreland, Ward, Brambilla. Other drivers ought to be in. Yep, so right now, green flag pit stops underway for several of the drivers. Black flag, Jared Haynes, Kevin Woodley. Not how you wanted these last half of the stages to go. Landon Veliky, black flag. Richard Elliott as well, black flag. Well, for Veliky, one of the heavy hitters coming into tonight. Night's done. Unless there's a caution, he catches a lucky break. Well, meanwhile, Malik Ray, Jeff Mert, Kyler Wynn, Falkenham. Another one back in there somewhere. I believe it'll be Ethan Eckert. Well, Veliky still pushing Falkenham, even though right now Veliky's got to serve that black flag at some point. Right now, Elliott's rolling off a pit road. His penalty's clear. Kevin Woody's still waiting on his. As you see your top three right now, Malik Ray, Jeff Mert, Kyler Wynn. 2.3 seconds behind him. You'll have Falkenham and of course Landon Veliky still has not served that black flag yet. Waits too long. If he waits too long, he'll be DQ'd. Yep, Veliky's coming in now. So 40 to go. Right now it's down to 3. Well, worst case scenario, if you're Falkingham all by yourself with no help, you got John Ward about 5 seconds behind you with his group of cars. And right now it's a pretty substantial group, so they can all get lined up. I mean, there's a couple of lap down cars thrown into the mix. Corbett, Elliott, Sizemore's in there. That's the key if they can get lined up and try to catch these front 3. But right now they got 5 cars right with them, McCullough and Jared Hayes. Velke is leaving the pits, however, 2 laps down, potentially 3. The night will be done for Velke. Right now, Malik Ray's led 37 laps so far tonight. And it looks to be en route to yet another win in MMS. But anything can change with 36 laps remaining. Well, don't count out another caution as well. Well, meanwhile, we'll go through the field one more time. Right now, top 3 as they run. These other drivers are not involved. That'll be Joshua McCullough, Jared Hayes, and Richard Elliott. They are either 1 lap down or more. Meanwhile, Falkingham has actually now leading this group that has Ethan Eckerts, Stephen Miles, John Ward, Nash Brambilla, and Brock Westmoreland, along with a couple of other lap down scragglers. Steve Sizemore, actually. On back through the field, of course, Josh Jabroni by himself. Now he's latched on to Wingo, who was 4 laps down. Right behind him, Nathan Harper, Mark Mondale, Corey Wright, about to be linked up with Matthew Lee, Joshua McCullough, Ken McCullough, Mike Davenport. Actually, Davenport right now in 16th. He is the last car on the lead lap. Right now, it's all been Malik Ray. Of course, right now, the SummerSlam 499 winner, no stranger to victory lane. Numerous MMS wins. Like I said earlier, right now appears to be en route to another one. Numerous. right now. There's a little bit of separation actually between that one big group. Well, worst case scenario, really. Really just a worst case scenario for that group. They're all separated. I'll pretty much give that three-car tandem at the lead even more time that can be gained. I got to wonder, is Merck going to push, or is Jeff Merck going to try to win this race? Same can be said for Kyler. We know Kyler's going to want to try and win this race. They don't want to do it too soon. Right on board with Kyler. Right now, everybody pretty much just running one more pit stop to go. By our calculations, we'll actually pull up this pit strategy link. They're already on 16, 17 lap stint with 27 to go. Should be one more. They got a massive pack of cars in front of them that they're going to try to work through, though. Good God. Okay, so this is two or three. This was two or three smaller packs now forming up into one. The thing about this group here, a lot of these drivers are fighting for that free pass spot. Well, they're supposed to be, but right now, the first car one lap down right now, Christopher McCullough hanging on. Right behind that lead pack of Elite Ray and others. But this is where the majority of your lead lap cars and drivers still on the lead lap. Pretty much just hanging out at the moment with 25 to go. Sean Corbett coming to pit road. Corbett already 3 laps down. The 9 would not get any better for the driver to 45. Meanwhile, Falkenham, Ethan, and Miles still 8.7 back and counting at the moment. With 22 to go. Well, really, like we said, a caution right now would change everything. Literally everything. And here comes Ray, Merck, and Kyler onto pit road. Falkenham will stay out this time and lead a lap. Don't know if they're going to try to leapfrog the field or what they're going to try to do. Well, I'm still expecting some of the oddball strategy to come out here. Somebody's going to try to go 2 laps or more. Somebody's going to try to really bring themselves into the picture here. But here it comes Falkenham, Ethan, and Miles. Well, the next group ought to be Ward and Westmoreland. Graham Bill, Matthew Lee, McCullough. No, they stay out. I'll be damned. Stephen Miles, black flag. Too fast entering for the 27. At least that's what we're going to assume that it is. So another driver with a top 10 run going. Pit road will bite him. Of course, saw it earlier with Landon Veliky. Effectively eliminated Veliky's chances. Brock Westmoreland, black flag. Man, oh man. Well, right now, McCullough leads. To add more to the black flag list, Josh Straboni and Christopher McCullough as well, black flag. Man, oh. There ain't gonna be anybody left on the lead lap at the end of this one. 19 to go, make it 18. Well, Landon Veliky not for position, obviously. 2 laps down right now, just riding behind McCullough. We ought to see Kenneth in this time. Here it comes. With that being said, Malik Ray ought to resume the lead. Right now, Ray and is going to come up to put Nathan Harper 1 lap down or more. Let's see here. Yep, Harper 1 down. $16 to go. And the way it looks now is Malik's race to lose as they're about to lap the Ada Kenneth McCullough with 15 laps to go. Of course, 8 drivers left on the lead lap. You look at Matthew Lee right now getting pushed by Cameron Craighead right now to 48 of Cameron as they stand right now. 1 lap down, the last car 1 lap down. From there on up, Nash Brambilla and Steve Sizemore right now side by side. That is 7th. Was side by side. Well, John Ward has picked up Mark Vondale and Michael Wingo. So right now, Ward 14 seconds behind Malik Ray as Matthew Lee goes 1 lap down. There you see Falkenham 4th and 5th with Ethan Eckerts. Of course, Joshua McCullough. 13 to go. Does Kyler Wynn or Jeff Murray start thinking now? Well, when do we make this move? Well, naturally. About this time, I'm sitting here thinking, all right, what is it going to take to get around this guy? Do I even want to get around this guy? What's the payout? How much is it going to pay for? That right now is what you got to be thinking in the back of your mind with 12 to go now. Of course, if you're Malik Ray, you've led 58 laps. Anything but a win would be somewhat disappointing, to say the least. lap slowly tick away. Of course, on down through the cars, 1 lap down. Of course, Matthew Lee right now battling McCullough for the 8th spot and the potential free pass should there be a caution. Mike Davenport in 10th. Right now he's racing Nathan Harper. Landon Velicky back out onto the racetrack after making his pit stop. Bernier McCullough. Right now you got McCullough right now in 12th. Coy right behind him. Well, right between him and, well, right behind Jared Hayes, who's stuck between them. Steve Sizemore not involved in this group right now. He runs behind Brambilla right now, who is 7th. Sizemore 14th. He is the last of the cars, 1 lap down. Well, the cars 2 laps down or more. This will be the fight between. Oh, Larry McDonald. McDonald slow on the apron. What in the world has happened to Larry McDonald? Unknown, but that right there, race done. Let's look back and see what happened. Well, he will enter the pit, so no caution. Hard to say what happens. Either a tire goes down. That's hard to say. Regardless, their suspension brakes will not turn. Night done for McDonald. And he'll finish somewhere. Actually, he'll finish about the 26th spot. Meanwhile, I think Murr's getting trying to wait now. It's going to be 6 to go when they get back to the start-finish line. All right, side's pretty much used up, isn't it? 5 to go, 6 to go. Sorry. Well, right now we're going to have Sizemore right up to him. Larry McDonald has retired the car. He will join Stephen Miles, Kevin Woodley in the garage with Sean Corbett. Well, Sizemore in the wall. No caution. Keep it green for the moment. Well, Mertz laying off, so you got to imagine the move ought to be coming with Brambilla, Matthew Lee, and Brambilla almost came together. 5 to go. For what it's worth, it has not been such a bad race. That's been a pretty good one. Not a lot of cautions. Couple green flag pit stops, but now Kyler Wynn, Jeff Mert, what do you do to knock off Malik Ray? We'll find out. 4 laps to go this time. Ain't much you can do. Lay off, try and get a run. Be about the best thing you can do. Going to be 3 to go. And get back to the start-finish line. Well, Malik Ray's led 66 laps. Just got to lead 3 more, make it 67. If he wins this race, he'll be led 70 of the 104 laps. That's well over 50%. All right, 2 to go. Do you race it or do you make your move? We see Red's off the back of Ray. Gonna see what he can do down the back straightaway. They'll have one more attempt at it when they take the white flag. Jeff Mert to the bottom of Kyler. Might be what Malik Ray wants to see, side by side. White flag. Bravo, Malik Ray. Mert's gonna get there. Mert's gonna try and move him up the bottom. Jeff Mert getting pushed by Matthew Lee down the back straightaway. Not enough. Merck's not going to be able to get there. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Off of turn 4. He'll lead 70 laps en route to the win. Malik Ray takes it at Echo Park Speedway. Kyler Rim, Jeff Merck, 2nd and 3rd. Daniel Falkenham, 4th. Ethan Eckert's 5th. John Ward will come home in 6th. Here's a Chevrolet top 4 in the SummerSlam $4.99 winner. Just continues to keep improving and getting better and better. Seems like every broadcast that he's in, really. We'll let him enjoy it in a minute. Well, while Malik Ray burns it down, we'll see if we can get a quick word with him for the 2nd time. Malik Ray, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, I got to say. Pretty much right from the get-go, dominant. What did you find out about this track and this car that you used to your advantage tonight?
Really, it wasn't just me. It was just the guys that I was running around. I think Steve, he decided to not qualify, or he started in the back, and I just decided to just work with the guys up front, and all of us were on the same pitch strategy, but then they kind of just started just dropping like fries, towards the end of the race. So,
Well, buddy, I want to ask, really, was there any distinction? Do you feel like tires really were going to play a factor tonight? Did they play a factor tonight, or was it pretty much, stereotypical restricted plate racing, feel only, gas and go, and just pretty much from there on out throughout the whole race?
I think it just depended on when you took the tires. That's all that was. I think if you took earlier tires at the beginning of the race, it was going to help you towards the end. And we took our tires at the beginning, so we didn't have to take tires at the end, and it paid off for us.
Well, buddy, I will tell you this, ever since, even before the SummerSlam 499 win, you're on quite a roll to start with, but ever since the 499s ended, every broadcast you're on, it seems like you seem like you've won. I know the NWP 400 didn't quite go the way you wanted it to, but I got to ask, really, as we exit the summer stretch and go into the fall, I mean, you got to be on cloud 9 right now.
I just give all the credit to my teammates, man. I mean, I genuinely feel like you're only as strong as your teammates are, and I have some of the best teammates out there, and it's not just me. I mean, we're all in like constant position to win races, and I feel like that's really important. If you have a strong team and you got guys that trust each other, I mean, anybody can get on a roll here. I don't think it's just me. I think it's all of us, myself and Kyler, Merck, Miles, and Freddie and Nick. I mean, all of us are doing good here, so I appreciate all of them for their hard work too.
Well, buddy, last question. Last question before I let you go celebrate tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I appreciate all my teammates. And shout out to you guys for broadcasting and Kenny for putting on the series. I appreciate you guys.
And no problem, buddy. From Elite Red tonight, he will lead 70 of 104 laps en route to the win tonight. Congratulations, buddy. Look forward to, well, it's already left, but regardless, congratulations to Malik Ray tonight. See, can I get second place winner here if Kyler's available? Kyler Wynn, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going pretty good. I want to ask you from your perspective, did you feel like whenever Mert dove to the bottom and tried to make that move happen, did it kind of kill your shot to win tonight?
Oh yeah, I mean, I knew Malik kind of didn't unlock after that point, but honestly, that's racing. Well, two of my teammates up front there, we got a 1, 2, 3. But we kind of agreed to race out there for the final 5 laps because that's we agreed to race everything out. We don't split anything over here, so yeah, we raced it out, and I was trying to figure out how I could get by Malik. Unfortunately, they were just like I was really short on options because if I go high on him, then Merck just goes with him and takes second. And I kind of just sit there and wait for Merck to make a move. I was going to try and tandem away with Malik, but it was really hard in this car to push around the whole track.
I was about to say, well, I was actually going to lead into my next question. Really, tonight, first time on this track with these cars for MMS. Really, what did you feel like were the strong points with this car track combo? And then what do you think were a bit of the cons to this car and track combo? Because it seemed like really, unless you really had a massive run or you really had to lift early, build to run, it just seemed like both lanes were kind of sort of evenly matched for a long time.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell because early on in the race, everybody was saving fuel. Even to the first pit stop, people were kind of saving. Once we got there, the field got so spread out that there were little packs of like 5 cars, 4 cars, 3 cars here and there. So I don't really know how it would race in a pack. I think it'd actually be really competitive in a pack setting, but we never really got the opportunity to race in a full pack. It was kind of just fuel saving, and then once we got to pit stops, it kind of broke apart from there. And then everybody just was staying in line and working together, obviously, because it benefits when you have such a small pack of 5 or 4 cars. It benefits you to sit in line and work together. But for the little bit of racing we had there around lap 20 or early on, I thought it was pretty good. The 2 lines were they were pretty even, yeah, but it rewarded who the better pusher was, I think, because the top lane was able to clear at times when there was a good pusher in line. So it's a good combo, I think.
Well, I do want to say I can speak for several people. I'm sure some of the drivers were surprised. You think of this track, regardless of what car you comes in, you could expect crashes galore. But I got to ask you, were you a bit surprised when we had 2 cautions early in the going?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like cautions throughout the whole race, to be honest. But in this at this track in particular, once you get the green flag pit stops, it's good chance it's going to go green from there, just because it separates so much.
Well, buddy, last question for you tonight, then I'll let you get on, celebrate the P2 finish. Everybody want to thank Night Friends, family sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, factory steps in the car, or not in this car, but on every car, factory steps on the car. You for broadcasting, you do a great job with these. Thank you for that. Kenny McCullough and all the McCulloughs for putting this on. They put a lot of effort into the series, and I appreciate them. And my teammates, Merck and Malik there.
Well, buddy, congratulations on a P2 finish. Hopefully next time we talk to you, you'll be up one more spot.
I hope so, yeah.
All right, Kyler Wynn comes in second tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy. Last but definitely not least, out of the scheduled top 3 interviews, Jeff Mert, Garrett Jenkins again up here in the breed. You got a copy, buddy?
I do, Garrett. What's up?
Well, you tell me, did you feel like that maybe you made the move a little bit too early, or did you feel like that maybe Kyler wasn't going to make the move as soon as you want to? Just take me through the last 2 laps.
Yeah, him and Malik are kind of, they've been racing together for a long time. So it kind of, I went down there. Malik kind of would split us in the corners and then run high down the straightaways. I didn't really have a lot of options there. I'd get real tight underneath Kyler. I think he knew that, so he's kind of pinched me down a little. Not a lot I could really do that late in the run.
But I wanted to ask, from your perspective, do you feel like tires played a role in tonight, or was it pretty much just fuel, just put fuel in the car and keep on running?
No, you definitely have to take tires. we didn't really take any of those first couple of cautions because they were kind of short runs. But then once we did a full fuel run, it was just kind of I just kind of think lucked up and took the same tires that got two guys in front of me did, kind of rights, left, rights, and it kind of worked out. I just kind of lucky guess what they were doing, and kind of rolled out together. And then I was kind of sandwiched in between them there for most of the race, and then once they got together, I kind of knew there was no way I was going to get them broke apart. So I thought I'd give it a shot there at the end, but just didn't have tires for it.
Well, buddy, I do want to ask you these last two questions. One, what do you feel like was a pro to this car track combo? And then what do you also feel like was a con towards this car and track combo?
That's kind of hard to say. I mean, a pro is kind of, it's a good driving car if you take care of it. I mean, you just got to kind of know where you are on the track and how to push, when to push. It's kind of super speedway. It's just like any other super speedways. The pro is you got to have somebody that can push, and the con is you got to have somebody that can take a push, and you got to be able to work together and know what the other person's kind of doing. And have guys around you that is good at super speedway racing, which for most of the race I had probably two of the best, one in front of me and one behind me for most of the race. And I was just kind of sitting in a rocking chair, just kind of pushing and being pushed and pushing and being pushed, cooling, so it all worked out good. I'll take a P3, a win last week and a P3 this week. I'll take it.
Well, Jeff, buddy, last question. Now I'll let you get on back to celebrating. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
First and foremost, my loving wife inside watching the broadcast. Dawn, love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for rooting me on. Teammates over here, Craig Head, and I can't even remember the other one's name now. I can't even look back. Down the bottom here. Cameron and Jared Haynes. We're locked into the playoffs. I know they ran into some trouble back there a little further back in the pack. Really couldn't make it up. But those three up front we kind of checked out a little bit. We were out there a good ways. The Dark Horse paint, 760 graphics for painting it up. The pretty slick looking little paint job. Those 760 graphics for that. You guys up in the booth, Kenny, for putting on the Little Dog Big Dog series. I think I got everybody as far as I know. Oh no, all my teammates over at Catch Fit Motorsports, all my teammates over at MBG. My boy Baker overseas. He's supposed to be back in October, so when he gets back, we're gonna put it on some poise. So Baker, hurry your ass up.
Well, Jeff, congratulations. No HGR tonight in how you won it. But you'll walk out of here at P3 tonight. Appreciate your time. Look forward to talking to you in the future, buddy.
All right, man. See you.
Yep. With that being said, after a pretty calm race, all things considered, it was hard to really find stuff to talk about at times, but honestly, I would take that over a caution field event any day of the week. Elite Ray leads 70 laps out of the 104, and I actually got to change that real quick. I just now realized that. Of course, it ain't going to change now, but regardless, 104 laps instead of 42. Had to rush between broadcasters. Kyler went in second. Jeff Merrick, Daniel Fulkenham, Ethan Eckert's the top five. John Ward will round out the field as the last car on the lead lap. Of course, Matthew Lee, Kim McCullough, Nash Brambilla, Joshua McCullough, Mike Davenport, Nathan Harper, Corey Wright, Brock Westmoreland, Cameron Craighead, Steve Sidemore, Jared Hayes, Mark Von Dale, the top 18 from tonight on down through the field of 28 cars. Landon Velicki was in the running. Unfortunately, pit road would bite him and several other ones tonight, including Christopher McCullough, Josh Raboni, Richard Elliott. They will be 19th through 21st, or 22nd, I should say. Michael Wingo, Sean Wiggins, both involved in cautions earlier in the race, never fully recovered. Larry McDonald, not sure what the issue was with the 80, if he cut a tire or steering wheel locked up, unsure what happened. Regardless, it'll be a 25th position along with Sean Corbett, Stephen Miles, and Kevin Woodley to round out the field in the 28th spot. Well, folks, it was an awesome run tonight. As far as I'm concerned, HGR on tap for tomorrow night and Friday night. Either that or BDS, one of the two. Saturday night, Midnight Racing League continues their Super Speedway series on the Raging Idiot Racing Network to catch their main series. You can watch Friday nights at midnight. That is live on PGR Esports. Do a great job every night, every Friday, and really every night with all their broadcasts. And then Sunday will be an off weekend, or Sunday will be an off day. There won't be no broadcasts on Sunday. Probably won't be no broadcasts on Monday either, but we'll see. We'll see what Labor Day got planned. I'll be back from Darlington early enough. I should be able to. But yeah, until then, no Inspired Racing League this Monday. The Inspired 250, September 8th on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. You're not going to want to miss that race. And until then, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching. And I will see all y'all tomorrow night for HGR.